Hello there guys, welcome back to SCV Burst, and I am here with another deck profile for you guys today. Today we have Oracle Think Tank with its newest version of Witches, which has been really popular nowadays because of its new grade 3 right here with Benevolent Witch Yo-Yo. Benevolent Knight, whatever, I'm just gonna call it Benevolent. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, please like and subscribe down below and hit that bell down below to be notified when I upload my videos. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let's get started. Standard starter, Wild just make is. When round upon, just draw, and then when you go second, you get a quick shield. So, today for you, I have my Witches deck. So, this is my standard grade 3 lineup. I do want to run one more Zozo, but at the time I bought this deck, I only got 3, and I didn't think about buying a 4th Zozo. So if you do want to play this deck even more consistency, just play one more Zozo, and I would just take out a Coco for it. Because my main grade 3, and the reason why I built this deck before the new cards release, was because I like Coco and her ability to, just one of my favorite grade 3s and V-Series. Plus, in the standard one, I did play it for a while, very long time ago, with Susanoo, and it was a really good deck, and I enjoyed it. But, here we go, on to nowadays with this now deck profile. So, our new grade 3 is Yo-Yo, Benevolent Witch. Her new ability is on Vanguard. Yeah, on Vanguard or front row rear. So it has to be either like this. At the end of battle, that your Vanguard Witch attacks. So it has to be the first attack. At the end of battle of this, you counterblast 1. You discard 2 cards from your hand, and then you superior ride a witch from the hand to the Vanguard spot. This also enables her other ability. When you do this from the Vanguard, you get to either choose 2 skills when placed on her. You either get A, another imaginary gift to your hand, or B, you call her to a rear guard spot. Most likely you'll go with option A, which is get a protect marker, because with Zozo, you can add more power to the field. But if you want power, you can also go with I guess you can also go protect with Coco, because her ability give protect, you ride to give it protect, and then Coco can Soul Blast to add more cards. So I guess either way, unless you rewrite Yo-Yo, then it's only fit to call it to rear guard. There are some cases where if you rewrite either of these, you do want to call it to rear guard, but most of the case you just want to add the extra protect to him, because it's very beneficial for protecting yourself and adding power. For Coco's, her skill is much easier to activate now. Before it was kind of hard to activate because you had to re-ride. You can actually ride this first time now and actually activate the ability, depending on what you have in the soul, what else is there. So her ability is on place. By riding a grade 2, you draw a card. And then her second ability was an active skill. I keep forgetting it's an act skill. I think it's an on-play skill because of the old one. Act skill, counterblast, Soul Blast at grade 3, which is grade 2 does count. You draw 2 cards, and then you can discard any number of witch cards to add those protect markers. So if you discard 3 witches, you add 3 protects, which makes Zozo really good for those times. Because Zozo, here we go. Like I keep saying, Zozo adds more power to the field, because her ability is when she attacks on the Vanguard, for your whole front row, including her, gains 5k for each protect marker in your hand. So if you have 5 protect markers, your front row gains 25k. And we'll see another card in this deck that writes even more power if you have a Protect marker in hand. Her second ability is on Vanguard or Vanguard, counterblast 1. If she hits a Vanguard, yes, hits a Vanguard, you just draw a card. That isn't really used sometimes, but her first ability is mostly used for that skill. So that's what she's used there for. On to the grade 2s, we have Sea Blue Witch Nini, Jade White, not sorry, Jade Witch TT, Coalbat Witch Pew Pew, which is the funniest name I would have to say. Okay, these are the grade 2s for the witches. This is mostly a witch deck. Mostly, there's only like 2 cards that aren't witches, so Coco's skill to activate discarding witches is really easy. For Sea Blue's Witch Genie, in Soul she counts as a grade 3, which is good for Coco, but her second ability is she can put herself from rear guard to Soul, look at the top 3 cards of the deck, and then rearrange them in any order that she wants and puts them back on top of the deck. So it's good for, you know, if you're gonna multi-attack with Yo-Yo and all that stuff. Here we got Jade Witch TT, which is good for when you discard from Yo-Yo, you can Soul Blast, call her back to the field, under rest, and back stay in position. So if anything, if you want to, you can can't really multi-attack because Yo-Yo has to attack on the first. The skill activates on the first battle. But it's good if you leave your front row open or something. You can call it to the rear guard because her second ability is when putting the Guardian Circle. Yeah, when put on the Guardian Circle, so you can intercept or guard. You discard a Sentinel because there are some abilities that you can't guard with Sentinels or something. You can use her. And then for each Sentinel you discard, she gains 20k shield. So if you discard 2 Sentinels, she gains 40k shield, so she's 45 guard, which is most times to protect you. Other times she's just there when you discard to draw Soul Blast to get her onto the field, so you have more cards on the field. Because it also works with Coco, discard her, Soul Blast, return them back to the field, and now you get an imaginary gift, and you get a card on the field. So that's good for that. And then lastly, for the main VP card, this card is really good, I would have to say. When placed on Vanguard, if you roll from a grade 1, which card I believe? No, just by running on a grade 1. So no matter what, you get, when this writes, you can discard 1 card from your hand, and you just get Imaginary Gift Protect. So that's our first grade 2 ride turn. You get Protect, which is really good for defense wise and other things wise. Her second ability, which is the most important, and the reason why you kind of want to have 2 of them on the field sometimes, just in case if you don't have Yo-Yo and you have Zozo in the hand and a lot of protects. This is really good to have 2 on the field, but most of the time you just have 1 because you have Yo-Yo and then you have Pew Pew, which is still funny to say. Because when she attacks, you reveal any number of protects from your hand and she gains 5k. So just like back to Zozo, if you have 5 imaginary gifts, Zozo attacks, you gain 25, so she's at 35 on her own. And then when she attacks, you reveal 5 more from your hand, and then she gains another 25. So I mean, she's 60 on her own. 50? Yeah, 50. No, only 25. Oh, I said 35. I meant to say 45. No wait, that was 35. 5. Oh yeah. This is 60. I was thinking 15 the second time, not 25. So yeah, this is 60 on her own, and it can be more, it can be less, depending on how many gifts you have, which most of the time will have a lot. But yeah, she is the MVP card, and you really want her in hand. And the way to do that most of the time is with some of these grade 1 cards too. So you have 4 Roro, Star Witch, and 4 Mew, and then 2 for countercharging, which is Oracle Guardian Gemini. Gemini is not really there for much, just maybe countercharging. Mostly just keep her rear guard too. So she's not very important, so I won't really mention her much. But you can take this out for anything pretty much. I just use it as a filter. So for Roro, when your vanguard is placed, if it's grade 3 or higher, you can counterboss one, no, that's the second ability. Yeah, when she's on assault and your vanguard's grade 3 or higher place, if it's a witch, you can subblast another card in Superior Call. So this can also be really good for like boosting for like Zozo, and then you ride the Yo-Yo, and then you ride Zozo. You can subblast Yo-Yo and Superior Call, and now you have a 20k column. So that's good for that. And then you have its second ability, which is on rearguard. When it boosts and it hits a vanguard, you can counterblast one, put this in soul, and draw a card. Yeah, when it boosts. So this does really come up because it's really good to get the extra draw if you want, and it's also good to keep it in soul. So it's sometimes you don't want to use it because you want to keep a rear guard, but most of the time you don't, and just put it in the soul anyway. Because you have Mew here, which you want to keep on your field sometimes. If you're running soul, just put in the soul for her second ability of this. When she is rode upon by a witch, you draw a card. So this basically frees up your skills from Cobalt. Because when you rode from Cobalt Witch Pew Pew, you discard a card to draw, get a protect. So with Mew, you draw a card, Pew Pew, you discard a card, and you gain protect. So you don't really lose any advantages there from doing that. And her main skill, which is on rear guard, you rest and soul blast a card, any card, and you look at the top 5 cards of the deck, add from 1 to 5, or no, sorry, my bad, 1 to 3 witches, so you can reveal 2 or 3 or 1 witch cards from among the 5 cards. And out of those 3 cards that you reveal, you add 1 of those into your hand that's a witch, and to the rest of the bottom of the deck in any order. I guess in any order pretty much, because it doesn't really say. And then if you don't reveal 3 witches, so if you reveal 2 or 1 or 0 witches from the top 5, 0 never really gonna happen unless you reveal this and triggers, which would really be upsetting. You put this into the soul instead. So you can choose to do that sometimes. So if you want this in the soul for extra soul or something, you can just reveal 2 witches, add 1 of those, and then put it in the soul. But most of the time you want to keep this as a rear guard just to add more cards. Because this card, you don't even need a grade 3 searcher, because this just stays on rear guard for like first turn if you want. And just keeps on grabbing any card, any grade 3, any witch card. So that's a really amazing card. So yeah, you can even place Oracle Guardian with the grade 3 searcher if you don't get enough, but most of the time you will. So this deck is Oracle Think Tank, so since you draw a lot of cards, this is just normal 12 crit deck. I'm missing one of these, I don't know what happened to it, so but this is a 4 of, and then 4 heals for not dying so easily first time. I mean, you could run 16 if you want, but I don't really recommend it because those decks are too high. Not good enough. So yeah, just a normal standard 12 crit deck. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please like and subscribe down below. And if you guys want any changes or any comments about this deck, please make sure to comment down below so I can know and see what you guys mean and all that stuff. Like, I don't really care about criticism or anything. I really want you to know you guys' opinion on my decks, if it's good or not, please make sure to comment that down below. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day. See ya.